Hi, second graders. You know, I have been wanting to share this story with you for quite some time because we have been working on a wonderful project called the Aborigines X-ray Animals. Now, if you remember, this art form that we've been working on comes from Australia, from a tribe of people called the Aborigines. And this story is a tall tale about Australia. If you have ever heard of a tall tale, you know that what that means is it is partly true, but partly untrue. Part of it is tall or stretched out and not exactly the truth. It's what we would call exaggerated. So this is a story about the singing snake. And I'm going to read it to you. And I want you to notice the things that are in the pictures that might remind you of what we've been working on at school. The dots, some X-ray animals, and every animal in here is an animal that comes to us from Australia. The singing snake. The singing snake. Long ago on a great island in the middle of the ocean, there lived a collection of creatures found nowhere else in the world. They all chattered at once, and their voices were harsh and loud. The island was the noisiest place you could imagine. Tired of all the raucous sounds, Old Man said he would make a musical instrument in honor of the creature who developed the most beautiful singing voice. All day, all night, the animals and birds sang and sang, each trying to sing louder than the others in order to be noticed by the old man. Well, the voices were much more musical, but the sounds of so many different animals singing at the same time made such a din that no one could sleep. Oh, Boots, you're liking the story too. My cat wants to hear it. Enough, said the old man one day. We will all gather together. Let's have a proper contest and settle this once and for all. Oh, I need some sleep. A large and colorful snake listened to Old Man and thought about his chances. He really wanted to win that contest, but he knew that he had only an average singing voice, and it would probably never be judged the best. He listened carefully to the other contestants, and Lark had the most beautiful voice, Snake finally decided. So, day after day, Snake hid in the grass beneath the trees and listened to the lark sing. At night, he would go off by himself to practice, but you know, no matter how hard he tried to imitate the lark's voice, the only result was a sore throat. After a while, Snake knew he would never win the contest, and he started to become jealous of Lark's voice. Well, one day, Lark flew down from a tree near the snake and began to hop around on the ground. And you know, Snake noticed how very small the lark was, He was getting an idea. You know, if I swallowed Lark whole and I was careful not to harm her and held her at the back of my throat, well, then I am sure I could borrow her voice and sing at the festival. Oh, what a terrible plan. Once the snake had made up his mind, he quickly swallowed Lark. She began to sing and protest, but her song appeared to be coming from the snake. Oh, this will work perfectly, thought Snake, and he hastened to the festival. Oh, look at poor little Lark, trapped in the snake's mouth. Whenever he encountered another animal along the way, Snake would smile, taking care that his teeth blocked the Lark's escape. When Snake smiled, the light would shine on his teeth, and Lark would begin to sing. Everyone thought that Snake was the one who was singing, and they marveled at his magnificent voice. Your voice is certainly much improved from last year, said the platypus. Snake has obviously been taking singing lessons, remarked the lyrebird somewhat peevishly. Oh, I wish I had a voice as enchanting as the snake's, whined Dingo. Snake smiled serenely and continued on his way. As he approached the festival, he met more and more creatures. They all expressed amazement at his brilliant voice. Even the other birds were filled with wonder when the snake sang. It's almost as if Snake were a bird, said the emu admiringly. Oh, such a sorrowful and anguished song, added Cockatoo. It just makes me want to cry. The song festival was ready to begin. When all the participants were assigned places on the program for the contest, Snake didn't wait his turn. He squeezed his way between the blue-tongued lizard and the long-necked tortoise. And he went to the front of the line. Then he reared himself up, held his head in the air, and smiled. The sunlight struck the lark, and she began to sing. Her song was so sad and so beautiful that even animals were soon brought to tears. Every animal was brought to tears, even the crocodile. Did you notice anything interesting on this page? The other contestants agreed that Snake's song was so fine, his voice so perfect, that he should just win the contest. The spiny lizard, the echidna, the honey ant, the frilled lizard, the wallaby, the pelican, the kookaburra, the frog, the lorikeet, and the kangaroo. All the others, they didn't even bother to compete. Old Man agreed and named the snake the winner of the contest. And I will go now, he said, and make my beautiful instrument in the shape of a snake. After Old Man had gone, the animals gathered around Snake. Oh, please, Snake, sing us an encore, they begged. Snake smiled again, but this time, instead of singing, Lark began to scratch at the snake's throat with her little feet. Scratch, 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 scratch. Snake's cheeks bulged out as he tried not to cough. His eyes bulged too. A faint little hiss-like sound came from his mouth. The lark continued to scratch with her little feet. Scratch, 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 scratch. Finally, Snake could stand it no longer, and with a loud he coughed, and his mouth opened wide, and the lark quickly flew to safety, and she reached the the tree branch and began to sing a glorious song of freedom. Excuse me. All of the creatures were so delighted with Lark's song that they were distracted for a moment. Snake quickly hid in another tree, pretending he was a branch. Then Lark's song was finished, and the creatures noticed that Snake had disappeared. They were very angry. "He cheated us," they said. "He was horrible to Lark." "We should never speak to him again," said the koala. "Nor should we trust him," added the flying squirrel. When all the animals had gone, the snake came down from the tree. Just as he reached the ground, Old Man returned with his instrument. "It looks like you, Snake," the old man said, showing Snake the great horn that he had made. "The sound isn't quite as sweet as your singing, but I like it, and it will go well with your voice." Old Man blew into the strange instrument. A low, rich humming filled the air. Snake said nothing. He just slithered off into the tall grass in shame. No one ever did speak to Snake again. After a while, he forgot to speak himself. All he could do was make a hissing sound as if something were going scratch, 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 scratch in his throat. Today, the people call the island where these creatures lived Australia. They call the instrument the old man made a didgeridoo, and they refer to someone who cannot be trusted as a snake in the grass. So that, my friends, is the tall tale of how the didgeridoo came to be. I'm going to play you some didgeridoo music while we look at some of these pictures more closely.